Let's say you're in Shanghai, China, and you're flying to Buenos Aires, Argentina. Well, we would call these antipodes. So they're about on exact opposite places on the Earth. So do you go east? Do you go west? Well, it depends on your preference. My name is Paul Pasolka, Ivy Masters Learning Center at ivymasters.com. And today we're going to look at Test 7, Section 3, Number 7. It is Section 3. Yes, it's Section 3. And Number 7 reads, which of the following is equivalent to the expression above? So what you might notice is that we've got a quadratic, and then the answer choices are in vertex form of the parabola. So first, I'm going to show you the way that I think would just be really easy to do it. What you could do is you could just say x equals, let's say, 1. And when I plug in here, what I get is 1 squared plus 6 times 1 plus 4. And then it's 1 plus 6 plus 4, and you get 11. And I'm going to circle those together. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug 1 into each answer choice, and I'm going to eliminate anything that doesn't give me 11. If I plug 1 into answer choice A, 1 plus 3 is 4, 4 squared is 16, 16 plus 5 is 21. So you might notice that 16 minus 5 will give you 11. So it looks like B is definitely a possible candidate, but before we mark that as our correct answer, we want to investigate answer choice C and D. Answer choice C, 1 minus 3, you get negative 2 squared is going to be 4 plus 5 is 9. And then this answer choice D, you can tell, is going to be even smaller. So you're going to get negative 2 squared, which is 4 minus 5, which is going to be negative 1. So you can tell that the answer choice is B. That's your correct answer. And that's how I'd recommend doing it. I think it's just easy. So whenever you've got variables in the answer choices, you can pick a number, answer the question on your own like we just did, and then plug that same number into each answer choice and see what gives you the same answer. Here's the alternative method. This is how they would teach you to do it in class, which most students don't like this. So let's say I set this equal to 0, and then I subtract 4 from both sides. I get x squared plus 6x equals negative 4 if I subtract 4 from both sides. And that's a 4. It's a terrible 4. And then what you do is you complete the square, which is b over 2 quantity squared. What we're going to do is we're going to add that to both sides. So what's my b here? Well, if I'm going to form ax squared plus bx plus c, my b is attached to my x. What's attached to my x? It's a 6. So I get 6 over 2 quantity squared. So I get 3 squared. So I get 9. So this becomes x squared plus 6x plus 9. I'm going to underline plus 9 because if I add it to the left, I got to add it to the right. Equals negative 4 plus 9. And then I could write the left side as a perfect square. So if you did this old school, you'd be like, hey, what are two numbers that multiply to give you 9 and add to give you 6? But the quick, easy way to do it, as long as the coefficient of x squared is 1, you take 1/2 of the middle. 1/2 of positive 6 is positive 3. So it's x plus 3 quantity squared, as long as you've just completed the square. And equals negative 5 plus 9 will give you 5. And then what do? We subtract the 5 from both sides. You get x plus 3 quantity squared minus 5 equals 0. So once again, that is answer choice B. And we would call that completing the square in order to get a quadratic into vertex form. You can see that you don't need to know that approach for this type of a question, but you do need to know it for circle questions, which is, you could go to the playlist or just go to Ivy Masters YouTube, search circle questions, and you could see me complete the square for circle questions as well. Thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, click like. You can share it with someone who has trouble completing the square or just doesn't know when there's variables in the answer choices. You can pick numbers and plug in. If there's any question you'd like to answer from any official PSAT or SAT or ACT, leave that in the comments. I'd be happy to shoot a video on it. And click subscribe so you don't miss anything. Have a great day.